Hi there, this is Paul from the HumanPal team, as you can see on the logo. Now this is a quick important video that I need you to watch before you get into the video tutorial section. Now in this video I want to talk about a couple of features that we have within the technology and how powerful they are, but also keep in mind that they are in place to protect you and also to protect our company here. So now with the HumanPal technology, you have the ability to convert or transform any photo into a human spokesperson or a human pal. Now, the power of this technology can be abused, right? So if you can put, for example, a celebrity, or you put in a very known person, or even for that matter, you put in a person that you might know personally, but have them say something else, it can cause legal issues for you as well as for us. So for that reason, what we've done is something extraordinary. Instead of allowing anybody just post a bunch of photos and that they don't have control over, even if it might be your own photo, what we've done is to prevent commercial rights abuse, right? Or meaning getting into trouble where you just take any photo and put it up there and you don't have the rights to that and that sort of thing. What we've done is we've simplified the process by actually giving you the power to utilize our human generator technology. And now this is important. The human generator technology, I'll go into in depth on that on this video later on. What it allows you is that we went in and we spoke to and collaborated with a company that actually generates humans that do not exist by utilizing the base of existing human beings. So there's no way, for example, for you to run into any issues with commercial rights or using somebody else's face or something like that, which is a big issue with a technology like this. So when you use our human generated technology, what you can do is it's like the age, gender, the basically ethnicity, and also whether you want them to be happy, sad, and that kind of thing. And then based on those, you can generate a human face. And this is a commercial rights giving face. So that means basically, since there's no human being that exists that looks like that, right? You actually can start converting this photo into a human spokesperson and never run into any issues like commercial rights or, for example, even any legal issues. Okay, this is there to protect you, because I know for a fact, being in this business for over 15 years, you want to look at things long term. So I want you to understand that, and I'll walk you through that step by step how the AI human generator process works. Now, once you've gotten this person who does not exist, it could be similar to how you look and how your target audience might look, but you can then put that photo over into a spokesperson and get a video created with perfect lip sync and all that kind of good stuff. Now, because of the true power of something like this, we will be provisioning accounts for the first 7 days from when you create the account to ensure that the content that you're creating, as well as the actual videos that you're creating, is compliant and within legal and ethical frameworks. Okay, so we'll be monitoring that for the first 7 days. So we might restrict your account for the ability to create videos for the first few days, about 7 days or so, which means you can create videos, yes, but we will just monitor behind the scenes and stuff like that, and just check things over, and also put some limits on how many you can create in a week, in a month, that kind of thing, or even in a day. But after that 7 days, it will become very straightforward, nothing much to be done thereafter. We'll remove all those limits once we know that you're basically a type of person who is legally and ethically creating videos that is serving your community, your industry, and also the society, right? Now, that said, let me jump into my computer right now and let me show you the face generator technology. And right below this video, you'll see another video which will be about how you can use our customization of a human pal. Meaning, now you created a face, how do you impose that face on top of one of our human pals and create your own human pal? Now, while that is being said, one important thing I want to tell you is this is all great, but I want you to, as much as possible, utilize our own human pals that we're giving you by default. Now, why am I saying this? It's because those are professional, the lighting is perfect for them, every single element you can think of, we've gone through, we've spent a lot of money to ensure that they look, sound, and feel and react perfectly, right? Now, when you think about that and you juxtapose it with somebody else's face that you're putting on top, or even, for example, really generating your own human pal, the quality might not be the exact same depending on what photo you're using and different elements out there, right? So keep that in mind. I would highly recommend in the first 7 days or so of using the application, use one of our own human pals. This way, you know how to use the software. Your outputs will always come 100% of the time perfectly. The lip sync will be 100% perfect every single time. And of course, your videos will look professional every single time. Now, once you got a hang of how to use the software for 7 days, then you can start using our custom human pals. Now, because you get unlimited access to our software pretty much for as long as you wish, right? That effectively means even a couple of years from now, 3 years from now, you still have access to the software. So there's no rush in trying to use every single feature. So I highly recommend to use the technologies that are already in the application, such as our human pals who are ready to go. Use those and create projects with them. Once you get a hang of it, then after that, once you know how to use the software, once you know how to generate beautiful videos with it and all that kind of good stuff after the first 7 days, then start putting in your own photo and for example, the ones we generate for you, which I'm going to show you in just a second, then you can pretty much easily switch that over and use those new features. Okay, this is very important because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to try all these new features and it's almost like, for example, too many cooks will spoil the meal, right? Because there's too many ingredients in that one meal. Just the same way, make sure that you simplify things. Don't try to do too many things for that one video. Initially, use one of our own human pals, create those videos, and then after you're satisfied with the approach for the first few days, move on and then you start creating your own human pals and all that. That way, what happens is you know the strengths of the application and you also know how to amplify those strengths and create even better videos, okay? So now let me jump into my computer and show you about that human face generator, as well as also how you can bring them into the application and then create your own human pal. Now, as I mentioned before, these are advanced features, so therefore I would recommend you to actually use what's already available in the application straight out of the gate, our default human pals, and then move to this after the first 7 days so you get a hang of it and get the best results, because the power of the software is in understanding how to use it and of course how to benefit from it. All right, so let me show you how that works. As you can see here, we are in the HumanPal application. Now, all you need to do to utilize the AI HumanPal face generator technology, you just click on this button which says faces, right, in the application. You click on that and then you just bump in and then it's gonna show up a screen that looks something like this. Now, this is critical. These are special technologies that cost us an insane amount of money to actually put it together, because we collaborated with another company to allow us to actually generate these humans that do not exist and get us complete commercial rights to it. So the way this works, before I get into how to use this feature, is if you see any one of these faces, what they've done is they've used real humans and then they've actually generated a fake or a human that does not exist based off of that real human being, and they paid that real human being a lot of money to accept being able to do this. So that means effectively the likelihood of another person looking like this is almost impossible, first of all, and secondly, because another individual looks similar to this, is already given permission that they've modeled the face after, there'll never be any commercial rights issues. This is critical because see what happens when you look at a technology like HumanPal, where you have the ability to just put a new photo and then generate it into a face and then make a video out of it. The biggest issue comes with, if you will, legal and ethical issues, right? Which is, what if you put a celebrity? What if you put a political figure? Or what if you put something and then you say, okay, that person is saying something, right? And this could even work with your neighbor or your friend or somebody like that, because they did not give you permission to use their face. And if you do not put an actual limit to that, it will actually cause a lot of legal implications for you. Now, so to avoid that, we've actually generated this particular interface. So instead of actually uploading any photo, we allow you to create your own human that does not exist, that you can actually have them become your AI human pal that will actually speak what you have them say, right? So whatever you type, they will speak this. So in this application, as you can see, we have already pre-existing photos here that you can utilize any one of these. So that's pretty straightforward to the right. So if you like any one of these pre-existing humans that are here by default, let's say you like any one of this. Let's say, look at her, she's beautiful. Okay, awesome. So you want to use it. So you just look at and just click on the upload button, right? So this gorgeous woman right here would become your AI human pal. Does that make sense? So that way you can then go into another step in the application, which I'm going to cover in the later video right after this one, on how you can utilize this AI human pal face and make that person into your own human pal, meaning the face becomes on top of your human pal, right? So I'll get into that next, but this is very straightforward. You just click on this upload button and it will be saved to be used later on, right? Alternatively, the other way is you can use one of our generators here. So there's version, just put all versions, don't worry about it. And confidence level, I would just put this a little bit higher. And then you have these elements here. So emotion, you want them to be joyous, neutral, surprise. It will actually look much more perfect if you use neutral or joy rather than surprise. With just the way our AI human pal technology works. So let's just put neutral, then you put gender, you want male or female. Let's say we put female. You can put age here, young adult, infant, child, adult, elderly. Let's say we put young adult, we put ethnicity, white, Latino, Asian, black, right? So let's just say we want to put black here, and then we want to put eye color, let's just put brown. Hair color again. Now just one important thing, so if you put ethnicity as black and then put eye color as blue, for example, I mean, you might not find as many people here, because like I said, behind the scenes they've used real people, the company we collaborate with, which costs us a lot of money. So you might probably want to put brown as eye color or something like that. Just want to mention that. There are some limits to what you can create, right? I mean, you cannot create a person who's basically has pink eyes, for example, or purple eyes or something, or that sort of thing, right? Much more rarer combination. So you're just trying to look at more generic, what kind of human beings you could create. Anyway, so I'll put eye color brown, hair color, what do you want to put? Black, whatever. I'll put all here. Hair length, short, medium, long, right? So we can put all here as well. I'll just show you how this works. So when you click generate, so it's going to generate right here, right? Just you can see here a lot of gorgeous women here. All right. So as you can see here, you can go in here and then you can pick whoever, right? Look, for example, she looks amazing. So you can upload this button and you can convert her into your AI human pal. Alternatively, we can go back here and always be able to change elements. If I can just say, for example, emotions, let's leave it as is. Let's say you want to change elderly and then put ethnicity to white, let's say, and then click generate. So now you have folks here, right? And of course you can change the gender to male or female. Let's say put male. You're going to generate a bunch of these folks right here, as you can see. And there's tons and tons of these, by the way. And again, I just want to be clear so you understand, these are commercial license. So you can actually use it in commercial videos. That makes it a big difference. If you go in and you hire a person and say, hey, can I use you and your face? And then that person will never allow you to use it for commercial purposes, right? Maybe it's for fun. Maybe it is for some TikTok video or something for the fun purposes. But if you want to use it a commercial, corporate, or anything that will generate revenue for you and your business, it's very critical you understand that you have to have the permission of that photo, right? And in this case, we've taken the permission of all these folks here, and specifically also these people don't exist because of the fact that they were generated by an AI system off of real humans, as I mentioned before, who've given permission to have their face generated as an AI who does not exist, meaning it looks a little bit like them, but not at all similar. So at the end of the day, there is no human being who might look something like this. All right. So again, if you can want to change some things over, like you want to change this to from elderly to say child, I don't know, and then you want to use that, right? And hair length, short, medium, long. Let's say you want to change that one of these anyway. Let's just do that. So now you have a lot of this right here, as you can see. Or alternatively, if you wanted to do it as an adult, just generate like this, you'll do that. And hair length, let's say long. Then there you go. These are long-haired males who are, for example, in this specific ethnicity. You could also do the same for Latino and long. They're not going to be that many, but yeah, you'll find a couple here. And if you're going to go for medium here, let's see, you're going to find a lot more. As you can see, this is more medium length hair, pretty long hair if you were to ask me. You can use that. So there's a lot of ways you can tweak it. So let's say you like anybody, you can use their face basically in the actual HumanPal videos. So for example, if you like, let's say for example, we'll use ethnicity as black, and then we will put adult, right? And then we put male. I'll show you how that works. So let's just do this. So let's just put shorter hair here, just so that I can show you something really cool here. So now let's say you like any one of them. So generally speaking, you'd want to pick a face that is facing straight, like so. You can do this sideways too, but the straighter one would work much better, right? So an example would be somebody like this. This would be a perfect face. So I can click on the upload button. So when I click on the upload button every single time, it gets saved into my gallery to be used later for using my customized HumanPal, right? So where you can customize the HumanPal, we'll use this face and basically switch that over, all right? So and I'll go into that in the next video. So in this video, basically we covered, just to summarize, the ability for you to just quickly, easily, change around things, where you can change the emotions of the people. You can add the male and female gender. You can do adult, young, elderly, that sort of thing. You have different ethnicities you can do, like for example Asian or whatever you want to add in. You're gonna get a lot of Asian faces that is out here. And of course you can also change the hair color, hair length, and that sort of thing. And then you could immediately start generating people. And then every time you like somebody, let's say you like any one of these people, let's say you like this person, and then you just click on the upload button, and this will actually get saved into your media library that can be utilized later to actually switch that face over and actually customize your HumanPal and put this face or convert this photo into a talking human pal, right, with emotions and everything else like that. All right, so watch out for my next video where I'll show you how you can bring this together, this photo, how do we make it into a HumanPal video.